So then we can come back and put down, I've got some rodent screen I'm putting down, then I'm putting down a breathable, airtight membrane so we can stop water vapor drive.
I'm Sarah and this is Charlie.
Hey, where did you come from?
Hi, I live under the trailer.
Join us as we go on a tiny house build from start to finish. After months of deliberation and design, we begin building out our tiny house trailer. This week, we're going to show you how we expand and structure the foundation of our tiny house on wheels. Also, spring is in the air, so we start to enjoy boat life a little bit more. Thanks so much to our Patreons for making these videos possible.
Yeah, we're in. We're leveled on the four corners. Now I'm just rolling out this hardware cloth. So when I say welding, just close your eyes, huh? Okay.
Ready, go.
Welding!
What you looking for, Charlie?
I'm looking for my big drill to drill some holes in some steel today, and I think I have a big, slow, old Craftsman from the 80s here. Water maker parts.
You have a forgotten projects bin under there, as well as the one that's out here?
There's not one out there. Here you go.
Yes, there are. What's it labeled? Oh my goodness, Charlie! You actually have a forgotten projects bin.
Here's the...
What's in there?
Lots of stuff. We're not going to go in there yet. I found the drill.
Nice!
This is the best thing ever.
So what are you drilling today? The
Drilling
trailer.
the trailer frame. Yeah, to put the bolts in to hold the beams
wood.
down, yeah.
Good morning. We're making waffles again. That was the first time we made them in our last episode, but now I've got the recipe dialed in and they're so good. So I'll share that recipe in the comments, or maybe on my blog, but a link to it in the comments at least. What are we doing this week?
We are getting the structure down for underneath of our floor for our tiny house. Essentially our open crawl space. So we're gonna do 2x8 floor joists across. Sorry, that was his chair. We're drilling a few holes. So we've got our main beam, one side of the trailer, our main beam, port side of the trailer. Just kidding. Center beam there is just gonna make sure this doesn't bow too much. Not really a structural beam in the center. I'm pre-drilling a bunch of holes in the trailer frame rails.
What happened to your hair?
Well, you told me it was getting too squirrely, and I realized my respirator doesn't fit at all when I was grinding off the paint to weld there. I forgot that you can't have a beard and try and breathe through a respirator. It just comes around the outside. Feels like I'm actually naked and covered in water. It's weird. It's a really weird feeling.
Can I touch it?
Sure. Ooh. Oh, thanks. Okay. It's so exposed. All right.
I am pre-drilling and drilling through the center beam to anchor this piece of insulating material
To that?
to this part of the foundation. And it goes right through.
What do you have there, Charlie?
These are annular cutters. So if you're gonna hog out a 1-inch hole in an actual piece of steel or stainless, this is the only way to go. You center punch it and one cut with cutting fluid. It's like a portable milling machine.
We used this to make our railing, didn't we?
Yeah, so we use this to make all of our chain plates, make all of our railing bases. We got an 1.5 inch stainless railing around our boat. But now I get to use them on the tiny house.
Woohoo!
You got a tool, you have to find a way to use it.
Is that why we live the lifestyle? Okay.
So the studs are every 16 inches, and we're using a hold down anchor just adjacent to stud. So all I have to do is center punch where the hole is going to go, and the annular cutter will follow that. It's beautiful. The floor joists are going to cross over. They're going to be 10 feet long, and these Simpson hold downs with 1/2 inch bolts are going to go adjacent to joists. This is obviously a shorter joist, but adjacent to joists, fastened in and bolted down.
broke the drill bit.
All right, we're trying to get it out here. Nice job.
This is why we use the annular cutters, because the drill bits are just diddly. This is why mag drills are fantastic. Stick it on. Boom. It's amazing. I can
just
punch
floating
a
there.
1-inch hole over my head. It's magnetic. You don't need a vise, you don't need to hold this, it doesn't hurt your shoulder. They're great. The electromagnet's right there.
That's pretty strong looking.
Yeah. Then you put on safety equipment, because sometimes these things explode.
He did in 40 seconds what it took me 20 minutes to do with a regular drill.
I didn't push that hard enough and I drove it too fast. I'm gonna turn the drive speed down.
Did you use any shaving balm when you shaved your hair?
Completely bare. This is my favorite way to drill holes in a trailer frame for a tiny house.
I am determined to get our washer dryer operable again on the sailboat. So what's going on is that we redid our cockpit about this time last year in Ensenada, cut the whole thing out and epoxied in. Oh, tea's done. About this time last year, we cut out our whole cockpit and redid it with the goal of getting better drainage so that when it rained or waves came on board, we didn't get the storage, essentially a pit in our cockpit. Drips would get in, and we have in there a ton of stored things like our paddleboards and a storm anchor, and it's like our garage. Stuff would get moldy. And so that was really important to us because I think due to Lyme disease, we are particularly mold sensitive. So all of our decisions in our tiny house and our boat, that is at the forefront of just creating a space that is healthy and stays healthy. The washer dryer, it's here under the steps. So I have to take the steps out every time we want to do clothes, which is super easy. When we were redoing the cockpit, somebody put a stainless steel cup in the vent pipe and it is so stuck in there. Paint, epoxy, I only found out it was stainless steel due to chipping some of the paint off. So it is very securely snugged in there into a pipe fitting that is very securely caulked because it's a part of our deck that is allowed to get wet when waves come on, and that happens pretty frequently. This is not designed to come apart easily. I think I'm gonna start by banging on the cup a little bit from the top. Maybe it will magically rise up. This is the cup in question.
Charlie, what are you doing?
Just bolting down my breathable membrane. But I decided to lay hardware cloth as the first barrier to rodents in our crawl space foundation. As someone steps on me.
Hey.
Hi, dear. Very cute. Okay, fired up. Good? I'll go a little more. Enough. Okay. Tension is on. There we go. Where's number 4? Right about. It's the breath of fresh air tiny house. Everything's breathable.
You did great, Charlie.
Everything is sharp.
Hey, where did you come from?
Hi. I live under the trailer. The bolts are going to hold the screen material in place.
What is that white material actually for?
A waterproof barrier between the steel and all the joists.
What's after putting on the white strips?
We're going to roll out the air barrier and the vapor membrane. Go on top of this. That keeps the air from moving into our floor joists and insulation, but lets water vapor migrate out, hopefully. We're getting ready. Okay. Oh,
Are you gonna breathe first? Ah. Ah.
Wait,
One more. Ah.
how long have you guys been doing that?
Yeah, all day. So we got here, got our membrane. This is what they call breathable air barrier. This is our Solitex Mento 1000. Pull. Let's get it square. Okay, that's good. We got to pull from that corner a little bit. You see what we do is we both go to the same place and we tug in the same direction.
And then you go back and you tug where you just tug.
Yeah. Give it a tug ready. Okay.
What's next? That was.
Now we start laying our floor joists.
Board number 1. Perfect.
We can leave this one off, yeah? Yeah, we'll get one in place and we can go 16 inches off of there. There we go.
So once you lay these out, how will you attach them?
Silly putty.
Ah,
Yeah.
Chris, the old silly buddy. Silly putty to
we're going to
trailer
use all these
attachment point.
joist clips right here. That was silly. All these, they're going to go to these joists and they're going to hang on these joist clips. And then they're going to get bolted down with Simpson hold down L brackets. All right, back yours off. The joist clip is bent out. Let's do this one together over here. Just this one.
The screwed in.
It'll hang on its own. This might hang on its own. We're trying to get the insulation set under the joists for that extra little bit of insulatory value. Go over there. You're in. You got it? Yeah, they're in that bucket on the ground. So mineral wool's got a slightly higher R value than fiberglass, and it comes in kind of rigid sheets. And I already knew that I didn't love working with fiberglass, so I wanted to practice mineral wool and see what I thought. Turns out, I don't think it's much better. You got my drill now. Wrong drill. Hi dear.
Hey. How long until you're done with the tiny house?
Oh my goodness.
Good morning. I think I convinced Charlie to give me a little bit of advice on how to get the metal cup out of the dryer vent. Don't want to take apart the wrong part. I think he's caulked all the pipes together so that absolutely no lint gets out in the cockpit hatches. Maybe he will have some miraculous tool that can get between the cup and the dryer vent pipe. I'm hoping. So every day I come outside and I lift off all of the hatches in the back and I try to figure out how to get my hand up under that stainless steel cup to push it out. And Charlie's still here today, so I'm hoping that he is going to consult me with how he built this thing so that there's a little higher chance that we'll get this cup out. Do you remember when we were only dating for a couple weeks and you told me that you could get anything out of anything?
I do.
I think that was a piece of paper in the back window of my Honda Civic that was really poorly designed.
Can you get the proper knife holder out of the drawer?
I couldn't choose which chisel's my favorite, so I brought both.
Without the cover. This is the more beat up one. You might be right, but I just wanted to try this. So you scrape away with the pointy scrapey tool, okay? Until you determine, use this, scrape it away, and we'll get the rest of the paint out of there, and then use the razor blade to scrape the rest of the way wherever there's a lump.
Feeling proud of yourself?
I'm feeling a lot better. I was pretty frustrated with that stupid cup.
So I just got back from getting a gallon of water for us to drink, and Charlie has gotten the cup out of the dryer vent hole. I missed it, but it's out, so that's good. This is the stainless steel cup that's caused all the problems. He has put tape on 4 sides of it and then shoved this thing in it so that when you pull on the tape, it provides nothing but vertical pull. And then pulled really hard, so that's awesome. This is our washer dryer. I just took the steps out here to access it. It's right by the kitchen sink, and I am so relieved to be doing laundry in my own washer dryer because our clothes are not smelling like I want them to coming out of the public washer dryer. Laundry soap is your average Tide stuff, is super, super toxic, major endocrine disruptor, and it's still on the clothes when they come out. So that smell that so many people associate with being clean is actually dirty. It's not good for us. So we use a non-toxic soap. So it's really nice to have this on board. I will line dry because it's so nice and sunny today. I'm about to restock this short style in a week. We're just gonna dry these on the deck. Definitely not gonna need the diesel heater anymore.
So that's how we're laying out our tiny house on wheels foundation. More to come next week. I hope you enjoyed and maybe even learned a thing or two. If you want to support our creations, join us on Patreon where you'll get to watch episodes a week early and lots of other perks. Or support by giving this episode a thumbs up and leaving a comment telling us what you enjoyed. Until next time!